Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Cheers!
Cheers! And here's to you that wish you well, and those that don't can
Go to Jarrah.
Jarrah.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Welcome. It is our first anniversary.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh, I've got one up. But yeah.
We promised party hats and bubbles last time. So
but
that's
it was
what we've got.
exactly a year ago since we did our very first video.
Yay!
Yeah.
So we're going to do a little finishes for 2021. And I'm going to do a WIP parade because we're at my house today.
Yeah.
Mum hasn't brought her stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then I think I'll do a separate video for New Year plans.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is the 30th of December today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Helen. This is my mum Rosie. If you're new, welcome. And yeah, we're just going to have some fun.
Yeah. We're at your house.
Mm-hmm.
So you've moved some things around, so your stitchy stuff is behind us there.
We're in my home office. I work from home, but my stitching stuff used to be downstairs, but with the baby we've kind of moved everything up here. So all of my stitchy stuff is here. And this is where we're going to film now. So, 2021. Been a good year.
It has.
Been a good year for finishes.
We're here. We're here to tell the tale.
We're here. Everybody's here. Everybody's healthy, and we're very thankful for that.
We are very grateful for that. Yeah.
So, we've got some finishes. So, I will start with my first finish of 2021, which wasn't until March. So,
I remember you talking about that, Helen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember me doing this at your house?
I do, yeah. And I remember there was something to do with the bird's eye. Is that right?
It just all went wrong.
Yeah.
This whole thing went wrong.
It did, didn't it? Yeah.
So this is Little House Needleworker. I started it on the 18th of November 2020 and finished it on the 19th of March 2021. So 4 months. It's on a 32 count natural linen by Zweigart, using the call for classic colour works. It went wrong so many times I don't remember, and how many times I swore at it. But it's done and I love it. I need to get this framed. I'm going to take it to a professional framer to get it done, because it needs a nice thin frame, and there isn't any kind of standard ones that go. So I'm excited to get that one done. I like looking at it. That looks nice out there. Yeah, I'm happy with that one.
Why do you think it went wrong so much?
I've got no idea. I think I counted wrong once, and then it just
all went to...
Yeah, it was just one of those ones that just kind of didn't go right. But I really like the pattern, so I persevered. I think if I had been nonchalant about the pattern, I probably would have thrown it out. So that was that one. Now, you don't have yours with you.
No.
So I'll just put pictures up. But what's your...
So from the whole year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had Anna's little doll. Do you remember the amigurumi?
The amigurumi. It was called Anna.
And it's called Anna, little bunny doll.
Yes.
And she had a little bag. Yeah. And I don't know if you remember, on the pattern it said to use safety eyes, but I didn't use safety eyes because at that time Anna was she was a baby. Don't even know if she was crawling. Was she crawling there?
Yeah, she'll have been crawling. She was 8 months.
Yeah, she was just starting to pull herself up to stand, but everything would go in her mouth, and I was thinking, I know they say they're safety eyes, but I'm not quite sure. So I just stitched them. Yeah.
I think it looks nice.
So that that was a finish,
Mhm.
and that was my first time at doing amigurumi, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, she still loves it now.
Yeah, and it's at my house, and she was having a sleepover. Well, didn't go quite to plan, but she took it to bed with her.
Mhm.
So I know she has baby here,
Mhm.
a little doll.
Mhm.
But yeah, she carried her up the stairs as she was going up the stairs herself. She had it in her arm. She was.
She's so
Grandma,
cute.
Grandma carry it. No.
She's a very good mammy to her baby dolls.
So that was that. So when I think about not being productive this last month or losing my nitty bug, yeah. When I look at what I've, there's 12 finishes. Socks. My socks are all usually with the West Yorkshire Spinners sock yarn, following Winnick Mum's patterns. So I don't know if
these were out the Seasons book, was it? No?
The Holly one was out of the Christmas ones, and that was a Christmas Winnick Mum with West Yorkshire Spinners. So there was Holly, Candy Stripe,
Robin,
and there was another one. The Candy Stripe socks I had done for Liz and Jared, her partner, I think. But then I got the Seasons book that we saw on Yarn Lane. Do you remember?
Yeah, on the shopping channel.
Yeah, shop channel. So I'd ordered those. So those were spring shoots. Do you remember? I made them a bit too long. In fact, I wore them for bed last night. So they're a bit too long to wear
as socks.
As socks with my trainers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was a lot of cabling, and I thought I'd gone wrong, but I hadn't. I had just worn them on the wrong feet.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was a left and a right, which the socks, there isn't usually, but I thought, I've gone wrong here. Yeah. So when I put them on the right feet,
they were right.
They were right.
Oh,
they
good.
Worked. Yeah.
So my next one was my Sense and Sensibility Sal. So this is Sapphire Mountain Handcraft's stitching book club. So I signed up for the whole year. So that was 3: Sense and Sensibility, Little Women, and The Great Gatsby. So this is my finish, and I FFO'd it into a little frame.
And I love it. It's one of my favourites.
Do you like it?
I really love it.
I think it's really sweet.
I do. I think it's, I know there's a lot of work in it, but it looks just so cute.
Well, it's so I started this on the 13th of February 2021 and finished it on the 7th of April 2021. So it only took 7 weeks. So this is on a 25 count linen, 1/1 white linen, and I really like it. I like it sat there in that frame. I thought I was going to put a mount in it, but I just like it.
No,
fabric
I think
like
that's
that.
Lovely.
And it's a really janky job, but no one knows once you put it on the wall. So that was my second finish of the year.
You're very good because you've got in front of you how long it took you the day to start. Mine's
I like to know that.
In my other book.
Oh, you didn't bring it?
And I didn't bring it. No. I'm used to you coming to me now, you see, and having everything. Yeah.
So my next finish, we go to July.
Oh, yes.
Which way up does this? It's that way. That's the top.
Now that one I do love because it's got the blues in.
It's yours. So this is from Nancy's Needle. I started it. Oh, it's Starry Skies. Sorry, and it's what counted canvas work, so not cross stitch. But I started it on the 2nd of July, finished it on the 29th of August. It only took me 8 weeks because it was so good to stitch.
Yeah.
It was just so quick, so beautiful. Absolutely love this one. So this is...
Because it'll go in my sitting room. Lovely.
Yeah.
It would go really nice with the Sense and Sensibility one as well.
So I am gifting it to Mum after I get it framed.
Yeah.
So that, along with the needleworker and the Twas the Night that I finished last year, I have to take to the framers.
Yeah.
At some point in the new year. So this is on 18 count mono canvas in sandstone, using all the called for Karen watercolours, pearl cotton, Krynic, Threadworks. It was just so pretty.
And the pattern, the photograph of that you get of what it's going to, doesn't do it justice.
Not at all.
At all.
Not at all. If you're ever looking at any, not just from Nancy's Needle, but I think any counted canvas work, it doesn't do it justice, because when you see it up close, you can see all the textures and the
depth and
it's
just it's a real 3D effect, isn't it? It's just beautiful. And yeah.
So I'll get this one framed for you, and then you can put it on the wall.
In fact, you know, now I'm looking at that and counting out how many colours there are. And if I was to do that Stephen West shawlography, I would pick those colours.
Yeah.
Yeah. The navy with the, what's like is it a lilac? Is it a blue? Is it a cornflower blue?
Cornflower, I would say cornflower blue.
Yeah.
That's a good,
yeah. Looks so blue. And just the little hint of green in there as well.
Yeah.
Lovely. I love it. And when you showed me, you got a few, didn't you?
Yes. So,
and when you showed me the pattern, I just thought, well, I like that one because it's blue. And it looked just a little bit too squared for me, because I like more roundy, softer. But once you finish that, it was just, this is different.
Yeah.
Altogether.
And I got 4 other patterns, but they're quite like more earthy, natural colours. And I don't think that does the pattern justice. So when I do them, I'll probably do a colour conversion.
Yeah.
To something else.
Yeah.
But I just like the pattern.
Yeah.
Because you immediately said, no, I don't like that. I'm like, well, look at the pattern.
Yeah.
Not the colours.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was... Yeah, it only took 8 weeks because it was so quick to stitch.
Yeah.
And I just loved working on it.
So what do they call those stitches that you...
Straight stitches?
Just straight
I don't
stitches?
know. I can't remember.
Okay.
So yeah, that was my next finish. I don't know how many I'm on now. 3rd finish of the year.
Yeah.
You want to do yours next?
There was the Gathering Cape. Do you remember that was from the Outlander book? And I did it in the teal, like the...
Yeah, you did it for
Liz.
Liz.
I was going to do for Liz, and then when I'd finished it, I'd followed the pattern. And I thought, it might not sit on her shoulders because she's quite a bit broader than me.
Yeah.
And then I was using it at home in bed, like just like a bed jacket.
Like an old lady.
Like an old lady. But if I would go downstairs to make myself a cup of tea or anything, it would slip off and fall off. So I made another one, didn't I? But that's but that was a finish.
Okay. So have you still got it?
I've still got it, and if I use I've got like sort of a pin.
Yeah.
Like a
shawl pin.
With a round thing. If I put that in, it stays, and it's, it's a good fit on me. But not what I thought it would be.
No.
Yeah. But it was a finish, and it was different. It was an easy knit, actually. It was a very easy knit.
Yeah.
So that's, I can't remember offhand unless I look in the book to see how long it took me. Not long, though.
Not long. What's that one? No.
No, not long. And then after that, it was Anna's little cardigan, the Fiona one, the one in the drops, like cream.
The B one with the B buttons.
With the button, yeah, the B buttons on. So that was that. That was a nice, easy knit because it was just 3 parts. It was a drops pattern of Garn Studios. So it was just the back, and then you added did the increases for the sleeves.
Yeah.
And then the front, it was just like sort of a front and a sleeve. And so you just joined up the sides and the sleeves and the top. So it was very easy. All in garter stitch. Beautiful, soft,
and then
lovely drape, and then, yeah, you washed it.
I don't know what I did.
And it went, yeah. Probably because you tumble dried it.
I didn't tumble dry it.
All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe too hot to wash or whatever, I don't know.
It was 30 degrees. You said it was fine. I don't know. I'm not allowed to wash things.
It felted.
I don't wash things anymore.
So, yeah.
Grandma has to wash all that stuff. So my next 2 finishes were, these are all very recent ones. Apparently I was not productive at all for the rest of the year. But it was Lightning Bug by the Sun and Bee by the Moon.
But you finished those really quick then.
Yeah, this was in like a week I finished these 2. So these are by Wild Violet Cross Stitch. And they're both, I don't have my notes on these ones, both on 20 count. So this is an Ada, light blue Ada, and this is a dark green even weave. And I framed them just in these frames that I got. I don't even know where I got them from. And I ordered these mats, these double mats.
Yeah,
or you can see us
lovely.
like filming in it. So these are going to sit either side of our bed. This one's going to sit over Alex's side and this my side. Yeah, I think it took me a week to stitch these ones.
They're so pretty.
They really are.
Yeah.
Just lovely. Really nice.
If they were in like a craft shop or whatever, they'd sell really quickly. Because they're just a nice size and they're effective. I think people like bugs.
And it's only 2 colours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this one was 3 colours maybe.
They're nice for gifts. Yeah.
Was really nice. So yeah, I finished them in the November. 23rd of November, 28th of November, and when I got the frames, I finished them both on the 16th of December.
Wow.
And I've just got to hang them up over our bed.
Well done. So where am I? Oh yeah, so then we had my other daughter who's in Hull. She came out as gender fluid, and so I made her the gender fluid flag on a
I think that's my favourite.
Took me hardly any time, I think within a week or so, 2 weeks. I'd done it and finished it. The hardest part with that was finding the yarn.
Yeah. The
same colours of the same brand. Yeah. It was a DK weight. The pattern was originally for cotton. It was like a cotton tee. But yeah, and she sent us a little video of her. She did a TikTok, I think, of her receiving it and trying it on, and it went down well.
Yeah. Definitely my favourite.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh. I think it was just cool.
Do you think it was because it was something practical that was actually, I don't know, I suppose I've done things for.
No, you've done hats and cardigans and stuff, but I just think it was cool that you got the colours and got the colours right. It wasn't just any purple or
no
any pink.
No, I had to get the right shade. Yeah, because they're very specific.
And you did it in the size, even though you didn't have Liz there to
try it on
while you were doing it, so you just sent it and it fit perfectly. And she loves it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do.
I'll do another one.
Do some more in different.
Yeah. But of course, that was an accident that I ordered far too much.
There's not such thing as an accident.
Of it's like the cream colour, biscuit colour.
Yeah, like the background colour.
Yeah, but no matter. Yeah,
I'm sure you'll use it.
I'll use it in
something.
It doesn't go off, does it?
It doesn't go off.
It doesn't go off.
Yarn is not perishable.
No. That's a good thing about this hobby. Yeah.
It'll wait for you.
It will. It will. Yeah.
How many have you got left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You do some more things. I've only got 3.
All right. So then I did more socks. Was the Fallen Hues socks? So they were the autumn from the seasons.
Right.
Yeah. Do you remember them? They're like the
brownish,
browny,
red.
orange, reds. Yeah. They were really nice. Got the right size. They fit well. The pattern was easier for me. It was a nice pattern. Yeah. So that was good. I'd got me sock blockers by then.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I was able to measure them properly, put the sock on and measure them properly. So they were good. Then just like a little random pumpkin hat for Anna.
Oh yeah, that was sweet. For Halloween.
So that was 2 autumny things, my Fallen Hues socks and the pumpkin hat. And so the Fallen Hues socks were from Winnick Mum's Seasons in collaboration with West Yorkshire Spinners. It's like 4 different yarns. So the pumpkin hat was just used out of the stash. I had some of that DK weight that you'd caked. Yeah, that was something else I've got that we'd never done before. I'd never done before was the getting a Swift and a ball winder.
I love caking.
Yeah. So we did that. I did my other gathering cape where I put the 2 yarns together. So I used a different...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I did adaptations so that I made it bigger so that it was more like... I suppose it'd be like a shawl, but not like a V-shaped shawl.
So it's at a bit lower as well.
So it's at lower and further over.
Yeah.
So if I go up and downstairs, it stays on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just...
But I doubled up. So I used thicker needles, doubled up the 2 yarns together. Yeah. And I was quite happy with that.
Yeah. You had a second go at that same pattern. Made changes.
Made some changes. And then I needed a new hat for Anna. So I did the Tin Can Knits hat
Oh,
again, the pink one, and you'd asked for a scarf or a cowl or a something for around her neck because she doesn't have a coat. She doesn't like a coat zipped right up, but her little chest was getting cold. So I suggested a Scandinavian dickie, and you were like, not sure. So I did an adaptation. I don't know if you can put a photograph up.
Yeah, there'll be all photos in here.
And followed a pattern, but mostly winged it.
I think that's the best though.
So it's just like sort of like, not a big polo neck, it's just like a little crew neck
of a collar. With
basically a bib. Well, it goes like V-shaped, doesn't it? Like a...
Not even V-shaped.
That's not. It's just... I wouldn't be able to knit it again because I can't remember what I did.
But it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's not too bulky and she can't
keeps
take it off.
Warm where she needs it to be warm. So it's sort of round the neck, base of the neck and her chest. And that's it. So it's not a scarf that can get tangled up. It's not too much bulk at the back.
No.
Yeah.
Perfect. So my next two were the little Mill Hill ornaments that we got from the Harrogate Knit and Stitching show. Yeah. So I hadn't shown this one last time because it was on the tree. So this is Christmas letter. So I did a T for our last name, Tribe. And I finished it with some felt on the back.
Where did you get your felt from?
Hobbycraft.
And how did you cut the shape out so neatly?
So I just cut a square out and then start sewing it. So I don't even know, it's not entirely a blanket stitch.
Right, so yeah, it is.
But you just stitch into the border holes, if you like, and then I just trim it as I go.
Oh, clever girl.
And it sits very nicely.
It does. That's lovely Christmassy colour as well.
So I've just got a stack, just went to Hobbycraft. It's like not even £1 a sheet of felt in lots of different colours. And then every time I do one of these, I just go and choose the best colour. And did
that come with it?
Yeah,
the
so this one
came with it.
This one comes with the dangly bit. These two actually are they came with magnets. So they're meant to be magnets. But I have lots on the tree and I like to make a tree. And you always get tons of beads left over. So I just made a little hoop.
So did it have the pattern for every letter?
Yes.
Wow.
So you can choose which letter you put on. And I probably should have done longer stitches along the top. But I'm okay with it.
No, I think it looks lovely.
Yeah. So that was Christmas letter. And then the second one I did, hadn't shown it fully finished yet.
That's brilliant, Helen. I haven't seen that finished. Yeah.
Jingle Bell Trio. So again, this was supposed to be a magnet, but I've just added a hoop to put it on the tree. And it's finished with brown felt.
Yeah.
Because this one, it's got a lot of kind of space in between, especially here, where you can see the perforated paper. So I just kept it the brown, and kind of blend into the tree.
Yeah, and the brown is, people see it from the other side, it looks very
like gingerbread.
Gingerbread, yeah.
Yeah. So
well done.
That was that one. So the Christmas letter, I finished that on the 2nd of December and actually FFO'd it on the 2nd of December as well. And then the Jingle Bell Trio I finished on the 13th. Because I was just, when I showed it last, I think I was waiting for the star. Because I've kept the whole thing as a kit. And we're going to do a giveaway. So I ordered the star separately to keep that. So all of this is just stitched with leftover threads and beads from other kits.
Lovely.
So that was finished on the 14th of December, and they both sat on the tree. So I've got a few of these now, and I think I'll do a couple each year.
Yeah.
To add to.
Yeah.
And have you got any more?
Oh well, the last one was a little Noel hat. So
Little Christmas hat.
Little Christmas hat. A little bit different. So it's a bit of like a pixie hat with two little pom-poms. It was holding two double yarn together in the alpaca silk drops, alpaca silk, and the drops are flora. I bought some.
Oh, those colours that you bought.
Those colours I bought. So it was the red was the flora.
Okay.
So it's not so soft. It's not so drapey. It's got a bit more hold itself a bit better.
Which helps with the shape.
Which helps with the shape of the pixie. And after I'd washed it and blocked it, I thought, oh, I've made it too big.
No.
But little photograph with her.
Yeah.
With her wearing it, and it's cute.
Yeah.
She is so cute.
I love it.
So that was our Christmas hat. Last year, I'd done a Santa hat.
Santa hat, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different to a Santa hat.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's mine.
And then my last finish was the second instalment of the Stitching Book Club's SALs. This is the Little Women SAL. I started it on the 10th of June. I didn't finish it until December 20th. And I made myself finish this because I didn't want to take it into the new year. So this is on 25 count linen 1/1. Just white. So I got linen, called for colours, apart from I changed the names at the bottom. So now it goes in chronological order, eldest to youngest, and I changed the colours based on what I thought their personalities might be. So Meg is purple, Jo is green, Beth is teal, and Amy is pink. And yeah, it was a quick finish, but it was a bit. I didn't feel rushed, but I felt like I had to do it. So it wasn't
up, yeah.
Yeah. I just I wanted it on the wall and out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that. So that took 6 months, 6.5 months.
Well, if anybody's watched any of our previous videos, they'll see there's a bit of a story behind the house as well, isn't there?
Yeah, I've been and seen the house, and I talk about it in another video. But Little Women, it's my favourite book.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad I did that one.
Yeah.
And finished it. So I finished it on the 20th of December. And I was trying to think about what to do with it, because it's a bit of an odd size. So this is an 8x6 frame. So I just ordered one online to see if it would go. I kind of tried to match the grey wood of the house. I think it looks okay. And just jankily put it in again. But no one sees when it's on the wall, so it's okay. So I finished that, 2 days ago, 28th of December.
Yeah.
So that was my last finish of the year.
I've just remembered to finish.
You've not put it on your list?
No, it was Anna's jumper, Aaron Cable jumper. Yeah.
Oh, someone's at the door. It's a good chance to leave as well. Hi everyone, welcome back. It's just me. It's a few hours later. Mum's gone home and I'm going to do a WIP parade by myself. Mum couldn't bring everything over that she has, and I think from now on I'm just going to film by myself and Mum's going to drop in when she can. I think it's just going to be the best way forward. So I'm going to start off my oldest WIP and go through to my most recent, and then if we've got time I might see about plans for 2022. If not, I'll probably put it in a different video, but we shall see. So first off, my oldest WIP is Moe Imperial by Scarlet Quince. This is a full coverage piece. I'm trying to see. There we go. So I started this on July 13th, 2019, and I really haven't got that far at all. And this is how far I've got. Now this is on 18 count Ada. I'm doing this 2/1 because with Scarlet Quince, most of their patterns, I think all of them, are mostly blended threads, which I really like the finish of, but it just means that you have to do it on a bigger count and it uses more floss. But yeah, this is all I've got done so far. This is kind of one page. I started doing it on the paper copy, but then Scarlet Quince came out with their own app to track it in, so it's kind of like what Pattern Keeper is now, but for their own patterns. So I'm doing it on that now, and the pages are slightly different on their app. So I'm kind of going right over to where the page is basically the middle of the pattern because it's kind of long and skinny. This one I really want to work on a lot this year, just because it's not very far gone at all, and I've had it for a while. It is on my WIP Go board, and I'll probably do a separate video of my WIP Go for 2022. But it is one of the numbers that were called a few days ago. So it is to finish a page, so I've got a lot to do down here. It is full coverage. It's not quite full coverage because the spacing in between the letters here and some bits down below are just left blank, just the white Ada. I haven't worked out whether it's classed as full coverage percentage wise, but I'm going as full coverage. So that's that one, Moe Imperial. Yeah, and then my second one is its companion piece. Let me turn my page. Is the Moe White Star. So I started these at the same time. This was July 21st, so like a week later. I started this pink one. So my plan is to kind of hang them side by side in the kitchen, is my plan. So again, this is on 18 count Ada 2/1. I've got a little bit further with this one so you can kind of see the effect that you'll get. I'm just self-gridding at the minute with a washable ink, so you can see. So I finished a page on this one and I'm on to the next page. So for this one, it's still on my WIP Go, but I think less often. I've done multiple squares the same for that, but I'm really liking how it's turning out, so it's motivating me to work on my Imperial one. I think just because the colours are darker on the Imperial one than the pinks in here, it's kind of a little less thrilling to work with, but there you go. So there you get a sense of how wide it is. It's not very big at all for it being on 18 count, but for doing two of them, still a big job. So I've taken that off the Q snap just so you can see, because it was kind of bunched up. What I can show you that I finished. So yeah, that was my the two Moes from Scarlet Quince. My next one is another full coverage. This is Moon and Stars by Alphonse Moocher. Now I bought the pattern on Etsy and I don't think it's a proper pattern. I'm still stitching it, but I'm not advocating you do that. Find reputable sources such as Scarlet Quince or Heaven and Earth Designs that have proper licenses. I wasn't aware of all that when I started this one. So yeah, this is going to be 4 panels all the way across of the 4 different motifs. I will put a picture in here because I don't have a printed one. But this is on 25 count Lugana 1/1 because this is it's just single threads. It doesn't have to be blended, so I can do it on a smaller count. And I've done it on this vintage grey, so the borders that I'll have in between will kind of show, and it once I frame it up, you'll be able to see the fabric. So that's what I've done with this one, and I'm really enjoying doing on this one. I've loaded it into Pattern Keeper, so it's a lot easier to follow. I have like kind of cut the pages, and I'm not sure how it's going to go with the Lugana because I've not done a full coverage on Lugana before, but I will keep an eye on the lines for that, see how it'll go, because I'm not sure if I'll get the lines like I did in another piece that I did. I did the Midsummer's Eve by Scarlet Quince, and I did get some gridding on there. It's not too bad when you see it and once it's framed and stretched, but I'm just conscious of it now, so I'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. So that is Moon and Stars. Next one that I have is my Mill Hill Christmas Village. So these are lots of Mill Hill patterns from the Christmas Village series that I am doing on one piece of fabric. I'll hold it up like this so I can kind of see through the fabric. So I'm doing 12 on one piece of fabric, and then I'm going to make it into a wall hanging eventually. I don't know when that will be or how I will do it, but I'm just enjoying stitching it at the minute. So this is on 28 count Dirty Linen by Zweigart. So I've kind of chosen to go with the same colour as what the perforated paper would be, but just put them side by side so they're not really up close as some other people do, as if it's like kind of attached buildings. I've put the snow on the bottom, but I haven't put the snow around the edges as the pattern calls for, just because they're all sat there together. So I'm kind of pleased at how that's working out so far. I have beaded this one, the Victorian House, I think it is. And I originally had this on a scroll frame, but I didn't get on with the scroll frame at all. I'm definitely a Q-snap girl. And with Q-snaps, you've got to be careful if you've got beads on them already, because the Q-snap can like smush the beads. So I've stopped beading. I've done this one as well. The Village Bakery. The only thing I haven't done is put the buttons on yet, because these are the buttons and beads collection. So I've got some buttons to put on here. I think there's a wreath on this one, and a gingerbread man goes on this sign. So I haven't put them on yet. So I stopped the beading, and I'm just doing all of the just doing the stitching, and I'll come back to the beading and bead each one. Again, this is on my WIP Go to do each square is to do the stitching of one building, which I think is easy enough. They're not terribly big for just doing the stitching, and then I kind of class that as a finish, and then going back and doing all the beading, I would class as another finish until I FFO it. So yeah, it's kind of 6.5 done so far. This one at the bottom is the toy shop that I'm kind of halfway through, and it hasn't really taken long at all. So I'm happy with that. I start this. Oh, this was my new year, new start for 2020. Yeah. So that's my Mill Hill Christmas Village, and I'm doing 12 on this piece of fabric, and I plan to do another one with another 12, and then when there are another 12 released, I think there's like 5 for the next one, so probably like 31 in all at the minute. So once there are, I can't math, 36, I'll do a third one, and I'll just keep adding, and that's how I'll do it. I really like these little kits. I think they're really cool. So that's that one. My next one is another Christmas one. This is Sleigh Ride at Dusk stocking kit by Dimensions Gold Collection. I started this on the 3rd of October 2020, and I'm doing this. I don't know whether I'll do this for. Oh, this one is for Anna. I've already stitched her name on it. This is for my daughter, and I want to do one for. So this one's for Anna. Do one for me and my husband, and any other babies that come in the future. I've already got 2 more. I need to find another one that I really like to stitch. I didn't realise just how intense they were. I knew they were intense, but stitching it and following the pattern is intense on these Gold Collection ones. Yeah, so this is how far I've got so far. Just kind of the top half. This border is all this same colour blue, so I'm just kind of leaving that for when I just want some mindless stitching. I can just stitch. The WIP on my WIP go, this is like complete a quarter of it. I'm not very good at counting stitches. People say like I'll stitch 1,000 stitches on something. I don't count my stitches in a session, so I'm gonna eyeball it. So I'm about a quarter of the way through. Once I fill in this, so I think this is one of the numbers that are called as well. So I have to get the pattern out and eyeball what's a quarter, and then say that I've done that, if that's part of my WIP go. And that is, there's 4 quarters on my WIP go, so hopefully I'll finish this one by next Christmas. I would like to. I also need to find someone who's going to finish it into a stocking for me, because I don't sew. I found someone on Instagram. I haven't messaged them or anything yet, but it looks promising, so I've saved them. So when it comes to it, I will send it. And then I'm not sure whether to wait and see if I need all 4, if we're going to have 4 stockings finished at the same time, so I know that they're all the same style, same person has finished them, and I can pick the fabric, the backing fabric and such, but we'll just see. Now that I've found somebody who might be able to finish it, it kind of gives me more motivation to finish the stitching, because I'm definitely not going to be able to finish it myself. If anybody has any suggestions of someone that has a finishing business in the UK, please let me know, because I'd really like to know, because I can't finish things for hell. So that was Sleigh Ride at Dusk. My next one is my big chatelaine. I'm gonna hold it back here and undo this. So this is my amazing lavender garden by Chatelaine. I'll put a picture up because I don't have a picture, but the picture's terrible, so don't even bother looking at it. I've chosen to do this on a 32 count pearl grey linen by Zweigart, and I'm really liking the colour choice on that. I'm doing it on all the called for threads. I don't think I had to substitute anything, and I'm doing it on this big 17 by 17 Q snap, and it just fits, which makes me really happy because I don't want to move it. I'm going to do all the stitching first and then go back and bead. I have printed off my pattern and I'm highlighting. I'm going completely old school on this to cross it off, just because it is so intense and lots of different stitches, and I wanted to make it clear where the beads were, so then I can look at the same pattern and go and tick off the beads. It's just working for me at the minute. So I've lost the light in all of this time that me and my mum have been sat chatting and she's left, but I'm trying to see on the ring light, you can see all the sparkle in there. My tension's gone in it. I like a really, really tight tension, so I'll probably have to redo this when I pick it up next. But yeah, that is my amazing lavender garden by Chatelaine. I started that April 3rd, just before Anna was born. I decided that it was one of those things I needed to start before the baby came, otherwise I was never going to start it. I'm glad I did, because I probably still wouldn't have started it now, and it's going to take me a while. And Anna's 20 months old now. Not a lot of stitching being done, but it's all good when it does. My next WIP is my True Veil Stitch Kits, Sunny St Mary's Isle. Sunny St Mary's, that's what it's called. This is Jennifer, True Veil Stitch Kits. I won this kit in an Instagram giveaway, and this is a lighthouse very near me, very local to me, and I love it. It's just such a cute kit. If you're looking for cute kits in the UK, give Jen a follow. She's gonna do so much more. She's coming out with stuff all the time, and I love watching her. So this is my current progress on it. Not a lot. I've done like kind of most of the fiddly bits, and again I've just kind of left all this blue for when I just want some fill-in time. I've had it on my desk, haven't really worked on it while I'm at work, sat here, because I work from home, because I use my Lowry frame, so I'm not very good at stitching in hand with my Q-snap. I tried to stitch on the train on the way to Harrogate and didn't really work too well. Got a lot of looks. I didn't care about the looks, it was just difficult to do in hand, and I'm definitely a two-handed stitcher with my Lowry. But it's perfect and I love it, and I'm excited to have it and stitch on it when I do. It's on 18 count Ada, and it's all kitted up, so all the threads are there for me just when I need to pick something up. It's really easy, and with all of this done I can just run around it and not bother about pattern or anything. I really like that one. Again, it's full coverage, but it's only, I think it's 5x7, so it'll fit nicely in a frame. Don't have to think about getting it specially framed. And I think Mum will have this one as well, because she likes St Mary's Island. But yeah, that's that one. Started that on the 19th of January this year. So that'll have been my kind of new year, new start. But I think because I won it in the giveaway, I didn't get it until later in January. So I found it and started straight away. And I haven't worked on it much, but it's lovely. So that's that one. And then my last one for now, oh, let's have a look. It's okay. Is my Great Gatsby Sal by Stitching Book Club by Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts. I've already done the Sense and Sensibility and the Little Women, which I showed in my finishes. This one I started on December 1st, so only recently. It is on 20 count Ada, black, and all the called for colours. I like doing these ones small, but with this pattern there are fractional stitches. These like diagonal motifs are fractional stitches. So I needed it on an Ada or to stitch over two on a linen. And it needed to be on this like kind of dark fabric for this Art Deco-y look. And I had this black Ada 20 count. So I'm doing it 2 over 1. And the fractional stitches I'm doing 1 over a fraction. And I think it's working out really well. I really like this. Let's see if I can show you these. Those little fractions. I think it's working out well. These letters, these are like stitched, and then the rest of the letters is just long stitches. And I'll probably wait till the end because all of my long stitches seem to sag when I do them early on in a WIP. So I'll do them last. And it's not very big at all. And I'll probably just frame it once it's done. But yeah, I think this is a finish on my WIP Go board just because it's such a teeny one. And I'm really liking it. And that's all my WIPs. That wasn't many at all. I've got lots of plans. Like I say, my WIP Go board, I've kind of talked about it through my WIPs. So I might just put it on my Instagram at the Diddy Stitcher. Have a look if you want to follow and see what I'm doing. See if I stick to it or not. As Jessie says, it's your board, your rules. We'll see how much I bend my rules. Yeah. I did have a plan for a new year, new start. I think it's down here. On the fly. Silver Creek Samplers Singer Sampler Series. So this is Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Sound of Music. I was in Sound of Music, a production of it when I was 4 or 5. I love the Sound of Music. So I want to do that one. I'm doing a colour conversion of a rainbow. Now, because I'm doing this on the fly, I can't remember who originally did the colour conversion, but I saw it on Jan Hick's blog. And I'll try and link it below if I can find it, because she had permission to share it. Ergo, I think I have permission to share Jan's blog. I'm not doing the exact same colours, but I'm just kind of going with the theme of the rainbow. So instead of these kind of muted colours in the doe and the ray, each one is a colour in the rainbow. So doe is red, ray is orange, etc, etc. So I've collected what I can. Hand dyes being hard to get right now, as we know. I can't even remember. This is everything that I've collected, and probably more than I need and not sure what I need for what things, but I don't have a huge stash of hand dyes anyway. So some of these I got from the Harrogate Knitting and Stitching Show, and I've just ordered a few where I have, when I've done some orders, just added a few to my basket to see what's what. I've already put it on an 8x8 Q snap, and I think this is a 40 count cafe au lait linen. Who knows? It's gonna be small. I'm gonna do it all on one line, and we will see, because I've not done a huge amount of colour conversions before, so I don't really know how it's gonna go, and I'm worried because if I have to rip it out and it's hand dyed, whether it's gonna stain or, you know, be kind of horrible if I have to frog. So I'm going to try and be really mindful. It's hard to be mindful when you've got a toddler running around. Not that I don't really tend to stitch when she's running around, but you know, she's just... As a mum, you're always kind of switched on to that. So even when she's gone to bed recently, I haven't stitched a lot, because I'm worried that she's going to get up and I'll just have to put everything down and put it away, and you know, just that kind of thing. That's my plans. If you've made it this far, I said I was going to do a giveaway because it's our 1 year anniversary, which is really exciting. We've been doing this a year. I think this is video 16 or something. We're still learning. We're still very new. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that has tuned in and has watched. So if you're a subscriber and you would like to win this little kit, this little Mill Hill kit, this is the one that I completed this month, Jingle Bell Trio. It is the full kit because I used the pattern and just used my leftover floss and beads, and I ordered the treasure. So it's got everything that you need in it. The pattern's near perfect. So if you would like to win this, if you put Jingle in your comment, I will draw a name soon, whenever, next time I film. I'll put it on my Instagram as well. We'll see. I think that's it. I'm very tired. I'm gonna go have a bath and maybe do some stitching later. Probably get on my stocking. The baby's out tonight, so I'll have some time to figure out that all of those stitches, or I might just sit and drink. I have a more appropriate drink now than the bubbles me and Mum had. That's it. Okay guys, well, Happy New Year, and happy stitching. I'll see you soon. Bye.